Boyfriend gave my dog a small piece of edible after I told him not to. I'm very angry at the disrespect and concerned this behavior will continue with our child. I want to have a mature conversation about this later, but I'm not sure how to proceed without speaking out of anger. My boyfriend has been joking, or so I thought, about giving my dog a piece of his edible every time he's had one this week. Every single time I tell him no. Tonight he did it, and I'm fucking furious. I know my dog will be fine. I think it's cruel to unnecessarily drug an animal since they can't consent or comprehend what's going on, and it's a bit gross to me that he did that, but really what I'm concerned about is the blatant disrespect he showed me by doing it when I very clearly have told him not to at least 20 times. I am also 3 months pregnant with our child, and this has made me very anxious about how things will be with the human baby if he won't respect my opinions, rules, wishes about my dog. I know I am too angry to have a rational conversation about this now, but I know this is a discussion that needs to be had when I'm calm enough to be able to communicate. How do I have this conversation without it becoming a fight? Hip Drive commented. What conversation is there to have? He was intentionally cruel to your pet. Is that not a complete and utter deal breaker? You're right to be concerned about your child because there is zero way he will listen to your requests when it comes to parenting. Siki replied, yeah, this, WTFOP. I know there's posts on here where people tell the posters to break up too quickly. This isn't that. To be honest, OP, if you don't break up with this guy, then seriously, fuck you almost as much as your dumbass BF. I'm sorry to be so vulgar, but your dog and child depend on you completely for their safety. If you allow this guy around them for any longer, you're a bad dog parent. I had to scroll back up to check your ages. I seriously expected this guy to be very young, but he's 31. Girl, there is literally no excuse. Even if he didn't know how dangerous this can be for dogs, I personally wouldn't want to even date a 31-year-old child who's too irresponsible to look up the dangers of this before even considering giving it to your pet. And even if it wasn't dangerous, he could still pack his bags since the dog obviously can't consent, like you said. Someone in the comments wrote, "This is a really big deal." It says a lot about his judgment, defiance, and disrespect. Even though it sounds like your dog is fine, what would have happened if your BF did this when you weren't around and your dog had a bad reaction? Would your BF have taken it seriously and done anything about it? If he took your dog to an animal hospital, would he have been honest about what he gave the dog, or would he have lied to cover himself, even at the expense of your dog's health and the vet's ability to treat your dog? I agree it's cruel to drug an animal this way. If he thinks this is the same as every other time you have given your dog a sanctioned drug prescribed by a vet, the dog doesn't consent to that either. That is a huge problem too. I really don't know how you get any sense of assurance that he truly does understand will never mistreat your dog again, and he is a safe person to care for your child. I agree that you probably need some time to choose your words and be crystal clear with him, but this is absolutely worth having a major fight about. And she, if life replied, I would not want to be anywhere near anyone who thought it was fun to fuck with another living thing like that. He drugged an animal that had no way of comprehending what was happening to it, and has complete trust in yourself and your boyfriend. It had no idea what was going on, no way to be told what was going on, no way to communicate. I'm confused and maybe a little scared. It's not even like your boyfriend just carelessly left an edible out. He fed it to your dog on purpose. What would he do with a small child in his care? And would he say, "Oh, I wouldn't do that to a human child, just to an animal"? That's almost worse. Anyone who likes to fuck with something, someone that has less power than them, is a bad person.